So in this section, we will learn how to use check buttons on Tkinter using the TTK bootstrap theme. So this is the code and I'm going to run this code. So as you can see, we have created a Tkinter window and there are 3 checkboxes. So when you check on these boxes, the data will be displayed on the shell right here. So I will check the option 1. So you can see that option 1 is equal to true here, followed by option 2 equal to false and option 3 equal to false. So if I change it, so if I click on option 2, it will change actually. So here you can see option 1 equal to true, this one, and option 2 equal to true, because we have checked both of the options, while the option 3 is equal to false. In this way, we can use a checkbox on Tkinter. Now I'll show you how to code that in the editor. Now here we have a basic window which we will be using for coding our checkboxes. So we have to import the TTK bootstrap library and Tkinter. And we have the window. The window is configured as 500 into 500 pixels. So if I run this, a simple window will come up. Now first we have to create a Boolean variable used for getting the state of our checkboxes. So we'll call it as checkbox equal to tk dot boolean var. Now we are saying that the variable checkbox underscore var is a type of Boolean variable which can contain either true or false. So this will be used to check the state of our checkbox. So there are only 2 states. One is it is checked, which means it's true. Not checked, it means it's false. So here we'll be creating a single check button so that we can easily understand the syntax and how it works. So we'll call it as check button. So check button, you can call it 1 equal to ttkb, that will be this one, dot check small b button. Then you have to give the root, that means it's connected to the root window. Then we have to give the text, that will be the name displayed near the checkbox. Now we have to define a variable. So we'll call this one, make it small. So the checkbox state will be inside this particular variable. So you can use a function to check whether the check button is checked or not. So then we have to give the name of the function that will run when you check the check button. So we can give it as now we'll pack it. Now before you run the program, you have to define the check button function. So we will create it here. Def, you have to give the same name. And we'll give a simple print button. So our program is now complete. We will run this one right now. So we can see that a simple checkbox has been created. This one, we have given the name my checkbox. That is this one, text equal to my checkbox. And we have defined the command as, that is the function that will run as checkbox underscore status. So I'll click on this one. And you can see under the shell, there is this one here. It will show that you have clicked on the checkbox. So whenever you make a click on this one, whether it is checked or unchecked, it will show. This was just for debugging purpose. So now I will tell you how to get the correct status of our checkbox. So when you check the checkbox, this particular variable, checkbox underscore variable, will be true. If it is unchecked, this particular variable will be false. So you can get the status from here by using the get method. So I'll say, so we know that we have checked the checkbox. So we can see that we have clicked the checkbox underscore variable is showing true. So when I unclick this one, that function will run again, but it will show false. You clicked false. Like this one, you can get the correct status of our checkbox. You can also define multiple checkboxes. So I'll show you how to do that. Now we have to change the variable. So it will be 1 and this will be 2. But we'll be using the same function. So I'll use the format option. This is 2 now. So I will just remove this one. Then I'll run the code. Yeah, we have to define 2 variables here. So we have to give it one more here. Now we can see that we have created 2 checkboxes. So I'll click on the checkbox 1. This will result in running this particular function, def checkbutton underscore status, this one. So I'll click on this one. And you can see that the check button 1, that is this one, is true, while the other one is false. So I'll click them again. And now you can see that both of them are true. Now you can also unclick both of them. So you can see both of them are false. In this way, you can get the data from the checkboxes.